Uh, yes, I'm here. I think I am anyway. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Clobberin Times Open Geek Foolishness Wildcard Wednesday. Good to see you all, my friends. Big shout out to everyone here, the great fandom outsider. J-Man stopped in, but I think he said he had to run. Well, even if he does, big shout out to the great J-Man. Appreciate you, buddy. Snortapoopas, Cuber. Go to D-Bud Martin, Man of Iron. Chris Persia, buddy. Well, I hope you feel better, my friend. I hope so, buddy. I hope you're doing okay or doing better, and good luck to you, bro, on that one. Crazy Junior, hello there. It's Courtney, Fellowship of Oddballs. Well, hello there. I was. Oh well, thank you for that. I was embarrassed of myself not doing all that. I didn't think I did very well on the Bond trivia. I have to tip my hat to the great Latino Slant, not only for being a great pal, of course, of mine since I moved over here to YouTube, and not only for having a great channel, but he came up with a tough question on me there. Because look, Mr. Angel, what's up, Chef? Good to see you. I was on there on his channel. I think he's still on. I don't know. He may have just went off. He and Mr. Stephen Otten, deleted scenes. It was a nice fellow, and the exquisitely beautiful, wonderful Nina Infinity were on, and we had a little James Bond trivia. And I have to hand it to Paulie, asking a question about a Bond Oscars thing. I was like, I never figured Bond for getting that many Oscars outside of either a technical or two, or of course the songs always do fairly well. Courtney, well, Courtney says you didn't go on there because you would fail miserably. You never know. You would have had fun, that's for sure. As far as but again, Paulie kept it. He kept the Bond trivia to Brosnan and on up. And and then even still, one of the questions he asked, I forgot that for a second. It's a Moonraker because he was trying to name the shortest Bond. He said, "What is the shortest Bond film?" But he did mention earlier that it was going to be Brosnan on up, but I'd already forgot that. So, Mark D with a C, what's up, bro? Good to see you, buddy. And so I'd already forgotten that, but I love me some Bond, James Bond, and I love that Paulie did that. I was kidding with Steven afterwards that he should come on and we should talk. We should do some trivia about all the Bond films. But anyway, I look, and again, this is just open geekness. I'll do some when it comes to Bond films. I'm a big fan, but I'm kind of picky. It's like with some qualifiers. Let me do basically do the show notes first. Tomorrow, the Global Geek Gang shall gather, and we'll just geek around. I don't even know what we'll be doing. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Clobby's Clubhouse with the great Raquel and the wonderful first officer and the great Mark D with the C. And, of course, Saturday night, Star Trek. I don't have a there we go. A thingy made up for it yet, but I have to program that tomorrow. But Saturday night Star Trek, of course. And thank you, everyone who's been coming here and hanging out with us for Saturday night Star Trek. And what a great, just a blast that Raquel and I had doing that. Oh, we always do. And Saturday night was fantastic. So thank you all for being here. Now, Phantoms, but on as far as Bond goes, Phantom says, wasn't the shortest Bond man with the golden... Yeah, Hervé Villachez, that's funny. But Paulie was only doing Brosnan, and Craig, so that's what I misunderstood him there for a second. Or I've actually forgotten it because I have a horrible, horrible memory and a bad attention span. It's interesting. Courtney, my favorite, I hate to give the pat answer. Kal-El, what's up, my friend? But my favorite is Connery. But I tell you what, I'm one of those weirdos who loves Timothy Dalton. He only got to do 2 films. And I love The Living Daylights. So Dalton is right up there close with Connery for me. But Connery's the man. Connery's definitive. However, I love Roger Moore. Um, as I often say, I've seen every Bond film in the theater since 1973 until after Spectre, which I hated. I decided never to go back again, so I won't even bother seeing the new one at the theater anyway. I guess I'll watch it if it's on TV one day. But the first time I saw Bond, I went to a double feature. It was when Live and Let Die, Roger Moore's first film, was premiering. But back then they had like a little double feature where they were showing the previous Bond film, which was Diamonds Are Forever. A lot of people don't like Diamonds Are Forever. I loved it. I guess because it was my first one. I don't know. And it was the two of those films. And as a 9-year-old kid or whatever I was, I really enjoyed them, but I didn't understand why it was two different guys. They didn't have any kind of internet or any kind of, thing where you, at least a 9-year-old kid is not privy to all the showbiz scuttlebutt and all that kind of crap. So all I knew was I loved the first one, the first one that day and the double bill, Diamonds Are Forever. And then the next film is totally different dude. I didn't get it. I didn't understand. But of course, from then on, I would always go to the theater to see Bond films. And of course, back then you had the ABC Sunday night movie, James Bond, and they were showing all the Bond films. And that's how I grew up loving Bond. And so loved Connery, loved Moore. I thought Her Majesty's Secret Service is a pretty good film. I don't know, Lazenby, if he'd have continued, he probably would have grown on me more. I do like On Her Majesty's Secret Service, though. I think it's good. Lazenby probably was going to have to grow on me a little bit. And then, of course, I went to see Living Daylights, and I'd already liked Timothy Dalton, and as Prince Baron and Flash Gordon in the 1980 Dino De Laurentiis film. And I just loved him. I mean, as much as I loved Roger Moore, he was getting just too old for it. Hey, Tim's Talk. Good to see you there, my friend. So I just loved Dalton. It was supposed to be, I wasn't the biggest Remington Steele guy. I thought it was kind of an okay show, but I wasn't really looking forward to him playing Bond. And then when he was the rumored one at the time, and they wrote Living Daylights for him. And then when he was unable to do it, and they picked Dalton, which very, very close to filming time, by the way. He didn't get a lot of time to do it. He was not given a lot of time to get really prepared. And then, of course, in 1987, when I went to see Living Daylights, I just loved it, and I still do. And I like License to Kill a lot as well. I loved him in it. I wanted to see more. GoldenEye, just as Living Daylights was written for Brosnan, GoldenEye was written for Dalton. But, there you go. And I like GoldenEye. And after that, I didn't get, I thought Brosnan was okay in that one. I was just so kind of sad about losing Dalton that I really didn't get in. And I thought the Brosnan films were kind of substandard story-wise. I mean, they were okay. They were not movies I would go back and watch over and over again like the Connery or the Moore ones. But, when Craig came along, like everyone else, I went. I like Casino Royale as an action spy film. It really doesn't feel like a James Bond film. And then after that, Quantum of Solace and even Skyfall, which is at least better than that. And then you got Spectre, which I think is really one of the worst things I've ever seen. I just came to conclude that all these movies are so narcissistic, ugly, charmless, humorless. They got good action in them, but he could be any guy. He could be James Smith. He doesn't have to be James Bond. It's all about his personal life. Have you noticed they spent 4 films setting James Bond's origin and personal life and history up, and by the 4th one he quit. They weren't just about Bond missions. They were about his personal life. And I just never liked, I can't get into Daniel Craig. I don't like him. And, I like the others. I mean, the others are likable. Even Brosnan's likable. And because there's a certain charm that should go with a James Bond film. But no, this is just ugly, repugnant crap that could be anything like and it could be just another Bourne film or whatever. They really are. Well, yes, Courtney, I think those are, I'll give them this, those Craig films are reflective, like a lot of films are, of their time. It's just not a time I care much for. They're reflective of a very narcissistic generation, and in keeping with that narcissistic generation, Everything's a me, 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 me. It's all about me. In this case, it's all about James Bond's personal life and his growling and he's miserable and he's nasty and he's brutal and he's humorless for the most part. He's charmless. He's just running around killing bad guys, and you could get that anywhere. And he's just not James Bond to me. They don't feel like Bond films. And after Spectre, which was so terrible for me, I was like, you know what? So I'm not going again. I'm not going to go again. I just don't care. And that's just me. Some people like these things, and that's all fine and good. That's not a Bond film to me. Those aren't Bond films to me. I would rather, see something goofy like Moonraker. People pick on Moonraker. I love Moonraker. People pick on Moonraker. It's goofy, yeah, but at least it's a Bond film. I don't walk out of Moonraker wanting to jab a knife in my eyeballs. I don't walk out of Moonraker or The Spy Who Loved Me, or I don't know, even View to a Kill, which wasn't very good. I don't walk out of any of those movies wanting to jump off of something. I walk out, whether they're good or not. I walk out going, that movie wasn't trying to make me, slice things on. But these other Bond, these so-called Bond films are just about that. Mr. Angel says, I think all actors who played Bond contributed to the series in a way. One way or the other. My fave Bond is still For Your Eyes Only. That's a good one, yeah. Very good Bond girl, very good music, and the best pursuit in Citron, how do you say that? And then Mr. Angel said, hey, Jobber, what's up, brother? Just 47. I don't blame Daniel Craig for that disaster, for the disaster Bond is now. He's just an actor. Oh, yeah, ultimately you blame the ones calling the shots. I'll put it to you like this. You don't blame... you do blame the quarterback to an extent, but it's the head coach that put him there. It's the owner of the team that hired that head coach, the owner, general manager. So it does come from the top. But you also do complain about the quarterback. And in this situation, the actor for the James Bond franchise is the quarterback. He's not calling all the shots, but he's still got to get out there and perform. And the script's telling, however, sometimes the quarterback's not very good and he's getting bad plays from the sideline. I do wonder if this were written more like Bond films, would Craig be able to pull off the kind of the Bond with the charm and the mystery that the other Bond actors have? I'm suspicious. I don't think he could. Probably, he's a good actor. Could he play a Bond? James Blonde, I always called him. Could he play a Bond that makes you feel like you're not watching a movie that's super, super serious? Yes, it has. It can be even more grounded like some of the other Bonds without having to be deadly serious like these other ones. So Craig Bonds, I really like Casino Royale. I mean, Casino Royale is a good movie. I like it. It just doesn't really feel like a Bond movie, and it gets really sadistic toward the end. Hated Quantum of Solace. Yeah, Quantum of Solace is terrible. Skyfall has bits and pieces at the beginning that feel kind of like a Bond film to me, like they were trying to put it together, but they were just restricted by too much minimalism and seeming fear, in my opinion, to go too far with the Bond stuff in terms of going over the top. But I think it's at least a little bit of a better film. But Spectre's one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I won't be going to the theater Jobber either for no time to watch. I just watched 2 hours and 40 minutes. We all know what happens to him in the end. And it's like, I would sit there and watch that inning and not even care. And if I don't care what happens to James Bond, and now that I know what happens to him, yeah, why? Bond needs to be suave. Yes, he needs to be suave and debonair. He needs to be somewhat mischievous. Must have a dry English wit. Yeah, and Craig in a couple of the other films, people were making that criticism of him early on, so they tried to put some of that stuff. But I don't think he could pull it off either. I'm not so sure Craig pulls it off, because look, Connery is kind of a no nonsense guy when you look at him, but you can see that he's not angst ridden. He's not whiny. He's not a crybaby, and he's not even overly sadistic. And he will do some sadistic things when he has to because it's the job. And then he'll just get up and he'll straighten his tie and he'll go, have a shaken, not stirred. And whereas when after Craig does something in some action scene, he goes along and he goes just sits there and just drinks a bunch of beers and just whines about how bad his life is. Goldfinger. Statham. They would have to give him hair. Jason Statham. I mean, he's a good actor. Look, you know how much I hate the Snyder stuff, and I hate Man of Steel and stuff like that. Henry Cavill would be perfect as Bond in a film that was a throwback to classic Bond. I mean, if they just wrote him the same way they do Daniel Craig, then no. But Cavill would be perfect, I think, as Bond, especially if it were written, the way a Bond film should be written, not so much personal life crap. Remember how many Bond films, really up until Die Another Day, that were that involved with his personal life? I mean, you get a little of it here and there. You get even on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Yes, he does fall in love. Yes, he gets married. Yes, his wife is immediately murdered by Blofeld, disguised as Kojak or Maggot from the Dirty Dozen. And yes, it was before Kojak. But he did you know that George Lazenby was all ready to tear up and cry for that scene? He shed a tear and stuff, and he was told he couldn't do it. They didn't want, and this is kind of funny. This is just the times. The directors and everyone said, we don't want to show James Bond crying. Courtney, you're right. He does. Exactly. And so we've come from On Her Majesty's Secret Service to where they don't even want to show James Bond crying to now he's just a big baby now about everything. He's just a moody brat. Yeah, it's just he's not my Bond. Even at the beginning of For Your Eyes Only, when you see Bond at Teresa Bond's, he's at Teresa Bond's a gravestone. His wife, and putting flowers there, and then he gets called into service, and he's like, boom, back to work. And then Blofeld tries to take over the helicopter, and it's funny. This is right after he's just been visiting his wife's grave. He manages to, as you know, one of the funniest and coolest opening Bond opening up, prologues. He takes over the helicopter and dumps Blofeld down in the smokestack. He even says, "All right, keep your hair on." And goes, "Oh, down. You want down?" So he's smiling. He's laughing. I mean, he's like, this is the guy that killed her. Perfect symmetry. I get to kill him. Of course, we all know Blofeld is a Time Lord who regenerates and stuff. Yes, it was a great scene. Dave Rayborn. So, Canadian Spidey, what's up, dude? Thank you for being here, man. Because I know, look, I've noticed this is the slot I'm always on Wednesday nights. But man, the YouTube waves are pretty crowded out there tonight. I guess Wednesday's getting crowded, but that's okay. I mean, I don't own it. I'm just saying. So anybody popping in, I'm certainly glad to see you. So, and like I say, I just always, let's see here. It's Courtney, Fellowship of Bubble says, do you mind me asking where you're located? What part? Oh, I'm in Louisiana, Courtney, way down in the heat, in the tropical heat down here. So yeah, down almost as south as you can get. Definitely the southern part of Louisiana. So yeah, and yourself? Are you what part of the universe and the world are you from there, Courtney? Yep, southern. That's right. We yes, I admit it. It's one of the fun things that people, you can say what you want about the internet, but it is kind of fun because we get to interact with like-minded geeks all over the universe. And if I'm the least toxic, I'm doing something wrong there, brother. I'm doing something wrong, cuz I need to be more toxic down here. Yeah, I try. Oliver Belmonte says, Connery, Swave and DeBoner. Yeah, be suave, Bond, Lazenby, forgettable, Bond, more naughty, Bond, Dalton, hardcore. Yeah, he was. But even Dalton had a sense of humor about himself. Brosnan, debonair Bond. Craig is lethal. Yeah, he is lethal, Bond. I'll give you that. But he's all the other ones that you mentioned, though, have a certain charm that is written throughout the character. Craig's just, I mean, he could be James Blonde. I mean, he's just James, guy named James this or that and the other. It's like it almost is a legacy name at this point. I just moved from Colorado after 4+ years from Pennsylvania. Where I'm from, I got you. To the Poconos now, and I grew up, okay, all over the place, Courtney. Well, it's lovely to see you. I know I've seen you many times over there at our good buddy Paulie's channel, Latino Slant. So, yeah. Steamboat. I'm sorry to hear about that, Courtney, but Steamboat Springs, I have been to Colorado, but it's been a long time. I'm so old, I have not been to Colorado since the 70s. Probably the 70s. Let's see here. You got to use your own canon when they screw the pooch, especially, for example, when they had Earth 2 Robin just give up in Crisis. That never happened, right? Yeah, look. That is so true. As far as, and there's the thing I always advocate, Phantom, is headcanon. If you're a geek and you're a fan of many of the IPs or properties, headcanon is a useful tool. And what I mean by that is, when you love certain comic book characters, or you love certain things that are taken by others and ruined and destroyed. I'm absolutely a big fan of our good buddy Doomcock, for example, who does say stay angry and to be outraged by all this kind of stuff. And I am just as outraged as he is. But, I also have to find a way to compartmentalize it a little bit, to use an example. So people who own these IPs can call garbage that I know is not Star Trek, but they can call it Star Trek. STD, the Jar Jar Abrams trash. What's been done to Doctor Who? I reject everything after. Now, I think I've just decided to reject everything after Time of the Doctor. 50 years and it's over. That's just me. I've done that. I did that with comics for a long time, way before they started doing it to Doctor Who and Star Wars and Star Trek and such. Let's see here. Joe says, I think Jeff from World Class Bullshitters, he's a cool dude, by the way, and that's a great channel. And a few other YouTubers have mentioned that the Austin Powers movies affected the tone of the Craig Bond series. They didn't want to do the same tropes and be made fun of. That is actually a very astute point. I know Jeff. I've never spoken with Jeff personally, but we have mutual friends. But I know he's a Bond fan, so then that is an astute observation for sure. Oliver says my favorite Bond villain, Dr. No. Yes, played by Joseph Wiseman, right? Yeah. Great. So, yeah, my own personal headcanon, as a fan, I can, even if I watch one of those crappy things, I go, it doesn't count for me. Well, this thing jumps on me. This one. Mr. Angel says, personally, I like Daniel Craig as Bond actor. He is gritty. He is tough. He is a human. I just don't like the modern storyline. So boringly written. Too much agenda in it. I'm tired of that. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely with you. But the thing that bores me is, because I'm with you there on that, Mr. Angel, him being too gritty and down to earth and too human doesn't interest me either. He's got to be fallible. But all the other Bonds are fallible. But there is something something of a tongue-in-cheek kind of charm to those movies where they're not really super realistic. And when you inject too much realism in certain things, that starts to bore me. When you do it to superheroes too much, when you do it to a character like James Bond, other spy films can have it, and then they intermix them and they pick and choose. They're very selective about their. I can't stand selective realism. In other words, on the one hand, you'll have Bond. Let's just use Bond for example. You'll have Bond doing something pretty crazy that nobody can really do, a stunt or something, and then in the next scene, you want to be really grounded in reality. That's kind of what they do a lot lately. I'm like, look, if I'm buying into the dude with a submarine car or him jumping, jumping from a cliff and flying down to his airplane and getting into it, or falling out and fighting Jaws in space, and then stealing his parachute like at the beginning of Moonraker, then I don't need to believe this. This is a James Bond film. You don't have to make me believe it. You have to entertain me. I don't watch a James Bond film for reality. And that doesn't mean you can't ground it like a little bit more of a For Your Eyes Only, or a Dr. No, or a From Russia with Love, or a Living Daylights, doesn't mean you can't get away from the silly gadgets. It's just that I do like the ones with the silly gadgets as well. They're fun. You can go either way, but you can take it too far. It's the same with Batman. The Christopher Nolan stuff, I got to be honest with you, it kind of makes me sleepy. Batman Begins had some interesting stuff in the origin. I thought it was kind of okay. The second film, which is considered one of the greatest films ever made, doesn't do a lot for me. And I hate The Dark Knight Retires. And The Dark Knight Retires really makes me not like that Nolan universe at all. I call the Nolan Batman films Batman for Dummies. The Batman the Animated Series is far better, far superior, as someone who is a big Batman purist. And Crazy Jr. says, here's how I rate the Bonds. I've only ever seen the main ones, not the one between the most known. Connery, Alpha Moore, Classy, and the little campy Brosnan, Swift, Army Knife, Craig too uptight. Well, there you go, Crazy Jr. And I'm one of those, like I said, Crazy Jr., I'm a huge fan of Timothy Dalton. I wish he'd got a chance to make more, but I actually really do love The Living Daylights. I don't know if you've seen that one. And I do like License to Kill a good bit. If you have not seen those, you might not like them, but you do have a Bond there who is very intense, and yet still the class and the sophistication and the wit is there. But they're more, if you like a more grounded Bond film, they're that too. But they're really good, and they don't skimp on the Bond stuff, on the outrageous stuff as well. It's just not an over-the-top Bond film like some people complain about. It's Courtney. I have to get along, but I have notifications, so you're now in Clobberin Times. Have a wonderful night, Courtney, and thank you so much for being here. Hey, the Comic Relief Crusader. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, sir. Always a pleasure to see you here, my friend. The Derek Flint movies did make the Connery Bond films change, even though they're a great parody of the Bond tropes. Yeah, that is true now, D-Bud, but I still think he might have a point that probably happened. Oliver, yeah, I love Odd Job and Jaws. I love them. The great Chris Persia says we can extrapolate Jeff's reasoning for the shift in Bond due to the Austin Powers parody. Is that why they changed Star Wars? I don't know. Because of the Spaceballs parody? No. But he might have a point that because it's not just the Austin Powers films. There are a lot of people who have been criticizing the over-the-top, more, let's say, outrageous Bond films. So those criticisms have been around a while, but those Austin Powers movies are pretty huge at the time. And, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm saying Jeff could have a point on that. He may have some inside info I don't know about. I don't know. What ruined ruined Craig's Bond, says Just Joe. especially Quantum of Solace, was the Bourne movies, the numerous camera cuts, edits, jumps. Yeah, I hear you there. Love Moonraker. Just had enough of the over the top to make. Yeah, I love Moonraker, and I don't care who knows it. It's fun. It is a goofy film. Well, hello there, Sherry. It is lovely to see you. Hello, everyone. Say hello to Sherry. It is great to see you here. Always a pleasure. Elijah Bliss, long time no see, buddy. Let's see. Let's see here. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, I caught it. I had my chat was back there for a minute there. Yeah. So yeah, we got. I don't know. We got off on that Bond tangent there because I do love James Bond films, and now when I think of these new ones that just depress me, makes me go back and want to watch the old ones. You know, which I do. Pluto TV has a James Bond channel. Oh man, yeah. So, what is going on with you, fine ladies and gentlemen, here tonight? Because this is just an open show, you know. So, if you have anything you want to throw out there aside from Bond talk, Paulie got me thinking about Bond, of course, because we did that show, a trivia show tonight. But oh, I got you. Razor Fist did not agree with that. Yeah, well, there you go. And I'm a big fan of Razor Fist. So, yeah, I like I said, never heard anyone say that before. I don't think it's a bad point, but you know, Razor Fist could well be right about that. Yeah, so Razor Fist is amazing. I don't know if any of you've ever seen his channel. He's great, and of course, he has a love of pulps. He does some. In addition to having just a great channel in general, being a great commentator, he is his pulps, things he does with the shadow pulps and reading, doing audio dramas with shadow books of the Maxwell Grant, well, really William Gibson shadow books and stuff like that are excellent. He's of course a huge fan of the Shadow. Yeah, what this really should be about is William Shatner and space. Can't believe I didn't lead with that. That's because I just came right over from Paulie's with that. Shatner and space ghost. What a day, huh? What? Just amazing. He only works in space. Yeah. Well, yeah. D-Bud, way to paraphrase Star Trek 4 there, brother. But yes, Shatner in space, my friends. What? Just if there was anybody that deserved to go to space, it's the real Captain Kirk. Joe, nah, we don't even every channel in existence out there has talked about it to death, and I'm not saying, it's not relevant to talk about that subject that you mentioned there in the chat. But I don't. We don't. I don't. I hear you. I mean, if you want to ask a question about it, I don't mind addressing it. But yeah, look, when it comes to what goes on in comics now, and when they pull their desperate publicity stunts, for me, it's it means nothing. I don't buy DC or Marvel anymore. Haven't for about a decade now. None of their regular characters, none of their titles. As we were talking earlier about headcanon, that's pretty much why. But yes, your fellow Canadian Shatner is the captain. I hear you, D-Bud. Thank you, man. So, when does Bezos plan to launch an orbital flight? I don't know. I don't really know that, sir. I don't know. Now, I didn't get to see it live today, everyone, because I forget crap all the time. So, did they at least let Shatner get on the radio while he was up there to say "Space, the Final Frontier" and do the whole These are the voyages speech. The old opening monologue for Trek. It just seems like they should have. Why not? They should have let him do it. Oops. I should have put that up there. Kal-El, I did hear about Dean Cain's reaction to it. Yeah. To that story. Actually, a lot of this, I can tell you this much, not only is a publicity stunt, it's also a weasel stunt for them to find a loophole where they don't have to pay the Siegel family as much either. I'll just say that and leave it at that. You could, because they're always trying. DC doesn't like paying them very much. Mr. Angel says, Never Say Never Again was not even a real Bond movie. No, it was a remake of Thunderball. That is correct. From a disgruntled writer who got the rights back after 10 years. It was not really good, alas, like the original more. I actually liked Never Say Never Again, Mr. Angel. It was kind of fun seeing an older version of Connery running around. Yes, it was a remake of Thunderball, but I find it to be a fun movie, at least. Yeah, it's not necessarily a legit Bond. Came out around the same exact time as Octopussy did. And so I remember going within a span of a couple of weeks, if I remember right, in 1983, going to see both films. Hey, the great Eric K is here. Oh, hey, you got to look. Absolutely go relax, brother. I'm glad you popped in. Put an E in the chat, everyone. But the great Eric K, if you would, our brother, not feeling well. So, Eric, we love you, bro. It's good to see you. I'm glad you popped in, buddy. Shatner wouldn't be allowed to say where no man has gone before. No, he should. But remember, unfortunately, at the end of Trek 6, he said where no one has gone before. But what are you gonna do? My favorite thing about Never Say Never Again, Mr. Angel, besides Bernie Casey, I guess, who's kind of cool. Rowan Atkinson is actually really funny in Never Say Never Again. Well, Eric, I hope you feel better, my brother. Yeah. So, not too long ago. Well, not too long ago. Now I guess it's been a while. A few years back, my great buddy Michael French of Retro Blasting and I did our James Bond, our favorite. I think we counted down our top 10 favorite James Bond films. And because he also was a big Bond fan, and that was a lot of fun. And should probably, I might talk to him about maybe us doing that again in the future, if he feels like it. Since that's been a couple of years, and that was on my old, Blog Talk Radio. So yeah, it's been a while. So that might be fun to do. Because quite frankly, I can't remember the order right now. What kind of order I had it in. So I probably have to make it again. Probably have to make that list over again. I'm looking for it now and I can't find it. So because it has been a while. Where are you, Bond films? Oh well. It would have been fun to find it, but I can't. Yeah, anyway. Maybe I'll get Michael and we'll do that again, is that it? No. I thought I had it too. Yeah. Oh, well. No, sir. I don't know where my list is for that. I'll probably just have to remake it. Even though I hate remakes, get it. So no, I can't find it. But yeah, I probably have to do that again sometime. Ash! Look at Ash. Okay, Ash, hope to see you at the Global Geek Gang tomorrow. Hello, Narada Max Amanda Bear. Good to see you. I love that Lotus. Oliver, I love that Lotus, but I think I'm probably kind of an Aston Martin guy. I don't know, I think I love the Aston Martin from Goldfinger. In fact, not too long ago, I bought a Hot Wheels of it. They have all these Hot Wheels every now and then they do, and they did a Bond one of that one just a couple of months ago. I actually bought that one. Yes, Mr. Angel, I agree with you. Never Say Never Again was lacking in that Klaus Maria Brandauer as a bad guy. I don't know, man. And in fact, I think that's what we, when I get Michael, maybe we'll do our favorite. We'll do list. It'll be listorama of Bond. It'll be because I think we did a little bit of that last time. Our favorite Bond song, favorite Bond car, favorite Bond girl, all the toxic stuff. Favorite Bond, and then of course favorite film. Or like our top, maybe the top 5 of each of those or something like that. That might be kind of fun. I'm going to talk to Michael, see if we can do that. You know how much fun it was to say Octopussy at the box office when we bought our tickets? Ugh. But in all seriousness, I mean, actually, you know what? I don't think Octopussy is really that bad. There's a lot of good stuff in it. Why would you title a movie that? What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? I just don't. All right, Snort, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you, man. The great Snortapubas Cuba, everyone. So, yeah, we'll probably do that. Comic Relief Crusader, she sure did. Got to love. Hey, Bob, what's up, dude? Yeah, I love. Look, Comic Relief. Jane Seymour's fantastic, and I love that movie. I love Live and Let Die, and the song, of course, is great. Live and Let Die. A lot of it was filmed down in my neck of the woods. A whole bunch of it, in fact. Yeah. So what are you going to do there? Oh yeah, Jane Seymour she would be right. She'd definitely make my top list of Bond ladies. Yeah. Incredible. Love her. Yeah, so oh my goodness. Favorite Bond gadget. Oliver says favorite Bond gadget or device. Mine is the jetpack. I love the one from the jetpack from Thunderball. It is a great one. I know you already mentioned the car. But I love the the Spy Who Loved Me, the car, the car submarine. Yes, world is not enough. Yeah, and there's the thing about because again tonight Paulie was talking about the Brosnan and the Craig ones. I really like GoldenEye. It was kind of like as I've said, it was written for Dalton, and I wish Dalton had done it. Brosnan, I think, is okay. I think that's probably his best he is. Then it kind of gets I didn't really like Tomorrow Never Dies that much, or The World Is Not Enough. I didn't really like that too much. I didn't really think, Die Another Day was all that great. They're okay. At least they're Bond films. I'll give them that. They feel like Bond films. The other ones don't. Yeah, you like that cloaking device on the car and Die Another Day. But you know what? That's Bond, man. At least that's a Bond type thing to happen. So that's kind of cool. Stuart Mitchell, hello there. Nate, it begs the question: can you name me a really cool gadget from any of those Craig movies? I'll wait. For, again, I'm not saying it should always be about the gadgets, but did he really have any gadgets that much? Well, as a huge fan of John Cleese, the comic relief crusader, I thought it was pretty good. Now, Desmond Llewellyn is tough to beat. Downside, hello there. Good to see you. Welcome. I love John Cleese. But it's tough to replace Desmond Llewellyn. Boy, was he getting old in those last ones. I wonder if they would. I wonder if they would. I wonder if they put that question out there with how many people know the Q's real name and rank. Major Boothroyd. Major Boothroyd was Q's real name. But still, Cleese is fantastic. Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, you just can't replace the old Q. No. Yeah, I'm with you. What are you gonna do? But he was in a lot of movies. Alaric Harrelson, hello there. Good to see you. Let's see here. My favorite, Roger Moore, James Bond, is Live and Let Die. Mine too. Awesome James Bond movie. One of the best Bond movies. 5 out of 5 popcorns. Alaric, I could not agree more. I love Live and Let Die. That's like as I told everyone earlier, 1973 when it debuted. I went and it was on the double bill with Diamonds Are Forever. So I saw Diamonds Are Forever. Then right after that, Live and Let Die, and I just love it. Man. He had an inflated opinion. He always did have an inflated opinion of himself. Remember that? See that? And by the way, I'm asking in earnest if someone can come up with some cool gadgets that Craig had. I'll tip the hat to it. But Chris Persia says, to his knowledge, the only gadget Daniel Craig's Bond had was the explosive watch inspector. Okay, that's Bond-ish. Downside, I love Dr. No. Yeah. Underneath the mango tree. That's Daybob, the truth. It wasn't in the books. For Craig, those heart attack chest pads in Casino Royale he used after he was poisoned during the card game. Not much for special gadgets there. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I loved Chef J.W. Pepper. That guy, Clifton James or whatever the guy's name was? He was in Live and Let Die, and then he was with a Man with a Golden Gun. I love that, and it was the Louisiana Police Department. It was Slidell, which is where that was filmed. He goes, secret agent on whose side? Yeah, that was fun. Remember when the only job of a James Bond film was to be fun? And Flash, who was a frequent co-host here with me, we used to argue about Bond films. He's not the biggest fan of them, and I love them, the old school. And one of his criticisms I don't view as a criticism of James Bond films. Now, obviously, remember, we're talking about the old days. And he would say, You know, Ironcaster, what's up, dude? And I agree, Ironcaster. I would like to have seen Sheriff Pepper and more. So we were talking about it, and Flash used to, he would, as a knock, he would say, you know, you got this big, really great opening sequence with action and stuff. Then it opens up and starts the plot. And then for like a big, long, like a half an hour or more, you get it's the Travel Channel. And I thought that's pretty funny that he says that. Yes, it's the Travel Channel. There's the thing about that, though, guys. The early films in particular, in the 60s and the 70s, and even into the 80s, and to an extent even to the 90s, there was no such thing as a travel channel. So it's true. James Bond films were our travel channel. They absolutely were. That was when attention spans weren't that of a gnat. That was when you're sitting watching this film with these beautiful locations. You're traveling with James Bond all over the world. It's part of the fantasy. So, yes. I mean, why not have a James Bond film with all those exotic locations? So that was, to me, that's not an insult or a critique of the things that it is, but it is funny though, and it's clever, and he's right. Our travel channel was a James Bond film back then. A lot of movies, not just Bond, but in particular Bond. Downside, I'm kind of like that with the Brosnan Bond. I think he's okay. I'm a Dalton fan. I get a lot of flack for that, but I love Dalton, and even though I only got to do it twice, I did like GoldenEye a lot, which was written for Dalton. And I thought he did a good job. I think Brosnan was okay, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. I like him 10 times better than Craig, but yeah, he's not really. Best Bond car. So I'm sort of, I don't hate him or anything. I like him okay, but GoldenEye for me is his highlight, and I wouldn't even put that in my top. You know, but it has always amazed me how diverse the opinions are when it comes to Bond films amongst Bond aficionados. I mean, obviously, people who just are casual fans, have differing views, but aficionados really run the gamut. I love Connery, and I'm one of those. Look, even some Connery hardcore people don't like "You Only Live Twice." I kind of like it. I know it's nowhere near. It's not from Russia with Love or Goldfinger, but I thought it was okay. I like Thunderball. Is it as well liked as some of the other one? No. But I'm one of those idiots that likes Diamonds Are Forever, and a lot of people hate that one. So a lot of it is where you started in many cases. Iron Caster says, Die Another Day was my first Bond film. I love the theme by Madonna and Pierce oozes charisma in an otherwise C-grade film. Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't think that movie was all that bad, but it wasn't my favorite or anything. In a Bond, when it comes to Bond songs, I singled out all the ones that I love and have them on my phone and listen to them every now and then. I'll just get in a Bond kick and just listen to the Bond songs, some of them over and over again. But I think the first Bond film that I walked out of the theater very, very disappointed in. They were critical. Obviously, didn't love them all, and they're critical. I have criticisms, but the first one in 1985, I think it was, or when I walked out of A View to a Kill, I was very disappointed. And it's got one of the best Bond songs ever, in my opinion. I haven't watched a single Daniel Craig Bond movie. I think he's too short for the part, and this role in Lara Croft Tomb Raider made movie stuck with me, and where it's kind of a lightweight character. Well, Alaric, I don't like him. I watched the first 4, and Casino Royale, I think, is a really good action movie that has nothing to do with Bond at all. He could have been anybody, and I hate Quantum of Solace, and then Skyfall, I think's better than that, but what isn't? And I hate Spectre almost as much as that. So I just gave up. I don't care. People talk about this new one. That's Maybe I'll watch it when it's on, for free one day. But I have no feeling like I don't feel like going to the theater to see it. It's just not what I want out of a Bond film, and I don't like Craig either. But so I'm here to tell you, although a lot of people do like him, so you might like him, watch him and like him. I don't know. I never could get into him either. You're not the only one. Yes. Yeah, I have a habit, by the way. I was about to say, for your eyes only. Mad Magazine called it For Your Eye Bags Oldie, and now because I used to read all those Mad Magazine parodies of movies, it's a habit now. I have to stop myself and say For Your Eyes Only, because I always just automatically say For Your Eye Bags Oldie. I don't know. It's childish, Never say never again, based on something Sean Connery once said. But we were talking about that a little bit earlier, Dave. Bob, I kind of like Never Say Never Again. It's a fun, kind of not an actual Bond film, but still. Hey, I love Moonraker. I admit it. I guess I'm still a child, but I love it. And yeah, so many great songs though. Even I think either maybe one or two of the Craig ones had a song I thought was okay, but I just don't like them. Just don't like them. Let's see here. Oliver says, favorite Bond ally. I like Felix Leiter, Renee Mathis, and Casino Royale, Tiger Tangaka. I love Felix, of course, who is, of course, like Bond himself, a Time Lord. Jack Lord played him first. He just kept regenerating. The only guy that played him twice before this new guy what's that guy? Right, something Wright or whatever. I forget that dope's name. Was of course David Hedison, played him twice. David Hedison played him in Live and Let Die and License to Kill. But it would be Felix. Would be my favorite of his allies because, Felix is I guess you could call him an ally. The other people are I love Q. The Desmond Llewellyn Q might be my favorite, and then Felix because he was consistent. He was, and you gotta love Moneypenny. What's that? Lois Maxwell played Moneypenny for how many films? All the way up to View to a Kill. So yeah. And there's the thing, Stuart, you bring up a good point. I forgot about it. Yes, Never Say Never Again, which again I think was a fun movie. I know it wasn't necessarily in the Bond line. Watching kind of an older Bond do stuff, was directed by the director of my all-time favorite film, The Empire Strikes Back, the great Irvin Kershner, who also directed RoboCop 2, another movie that a lot of people don't like that I actually liked. I mean, it's not as good as RoboCop 1, but it's not like he topped the original like he did with Empire, for me anyway, but yeah. A downside, I was kind of talking about this earlier. As much as I hate the entire DCEU, I hate the Snyderverse and stuff like that, Man of Steel. I think Henry Cavill's a terrific actor. If they were going to make Bond in the spirit, at least as close to the spirit of the old Bond films as you can do it, with him being the alpha male Bond and none of the modern trappings and crap like that, I'd say Henry Cavill would be a fantastic choice. He's perfect he's made for the role. It's just that even if they did cast him, much like with Superman, they wouldn't write him well, and he wouldn't be able a chance to play him perfectly. So yeah. But that's who I would cast personally. I think he's a great actor. I don't know about a great actor, but I think he's a great presence, and it can be really good. He could pull that off really well, I think. So, yeah. What can you do? They probably won't, it's going to be, well, does everyone know look, I haven't even watched the new one, and I won't watch it. Has everyone been spoiled yet about that? Robocop 2 is one of the best final battles. Robocane and Robocop fought all over Detroit. Yeah, I like, again, it gets picked on. I liked Robocop 2. Frank Miller wrote it and even did a guest shot in it. And the kid from an episode of Trek that we reviewed this week was in that. Sean Connery is the definitive James Bond. His movies have all the best elements. Story and plot, the clothes, the cars, the women, the suave. I like saying suave. I know it's suave. Sophisticated spy who's a spy, and the best villains. Yeah, I love them. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit to pick Goldfinger, which I think might be his best. I love it, but From Rush with Love is fantastic. Dr. No's great. And again, I guess I like him so much. I don't hate living. I don't hate You Only Live Twice or Goldfinger. I love Goldfinger. A lot of people don't like those. You hear amongst the big time Bond fans, a lot of them don't like they basically just don't like You Only Live Twice, and they hate Diamonds Are Forever. And I don't get that, again, because Diamonds Are Forever was the first one I saw. I was 9 years old. Maybe that's it. But I loved it. I really love that movie. I love Mr. Wint and Mr. Kidd. People talking about Christopher Nolan directing Bond with Tom Hardy as Bond. Well, again, they're just going to say it's a different universe and stuff and not pick up, since we all know what, I mean, I'm not spoiling it, but you probably all know what happens to him in that latest No Time to Watch, which I won't go to the theater to see it. I don't really care. But we know what happens to him at the end. So we're just going to act like the other ones didn't happen, which why not at this point? Yes, the 10-year-old kid who was second in command of the major drug cartel, only Robocop 2. Yeah, he was the kid on that episode of Star Trek that we reviewed the other night, of Next Generation, that we reviewed the other night, called The Bonding. Thunderball is my favorite, followed by You Only Live Twice. Well, I love them both, D-Bud. I love all the Connery ones, but I guess my favorite one's Goldfinger, and that's the common choice, but he's just so great in those movies. Well, it's legend and it's rumored and it's been said. I wasn't there, so people always say, "Are you sure?" No, I'm not sure, but I've heard it a lot and I've read it a lot that Patrick McGowan was the first choice. The great Patrick McGowan from, of course, the greatest TV show ever made, The Prisoner, was the first choice to play Bond, but he didn't want to do it. He didn't feel the character was moral enough for him, so he recommended Sean Connery. And then they offered him the role again, and he didn't. He turned it down twice. Again, legend. I don't know if it's true or not. And I love McGowan. I couldn't really see him as Bond necessarily, but it's just not. It's not his style. Michael Caine at a young age. That's not a bad pick, Dave Bob. It's possible. I've mentioned that Timothy Dalton at a very young age. I think when they were looking for somebody to take over for Connery the first time, or was it when they were looking to take it for him the second time? I can't remember which one it was, but Timothy Dalton was offered the role around 24 years old, and he just thought he was too young for it. And he was probably right. Matthew Pounder. Good to see you. Did he turn down The Saint also? Oh, well. Well, again, Roger Moore. There's the thing. I love Roger Moore as Bond. He's more the Saint than Bond. He even if you were someone who watched the Saint TV show a lot, and then you watch Bond films, you kind of go, wow, he's just being the Saint, but he's calling himself Bond. Because he is, he's kind of, I'm not saying he's a one-note actor, but in a sense, maybe he was. And a fun fact, I guess you all probably know that Roger Moore, before he even did The Saint, he was a regular on the great James Garner series, Maverick. He was one of the Maverick brothers. He was Bo Maverick. James Garner was having all these issues with the studios and the TV, the networks that didn't want to do the show for a while. They would bring in Jack Kelly as Bart Maverick a lot, and they shared time a little. But some episodes they had Bo Maverick. We reviewed that one last week. Downside of the on our Saturday night Star Trek show, which we do 9 p.m. Central every night. Every Saturday night. We're reviewing all of Real Trek 66 through 05 only, and we're in the third season of Next Generation right now. And we review 4 episodes a week, and that was the bonding is one of the ones we reviewed this past week. So yeah, and yes, that kid from that was in Robocop 2. Surbich says the Robert De Niro film Ronin. I saw that at the theater when it came out. Also featured 3 actors who played Bond villains: Sean Bean, from GoldenEye, yeah, Jonathan Pryce, yeah, and Michael Lonsdale from. Oh, okay, really? Wow, okay. Didn't realize that, or probably just forgot. Adam West turned down the role of Bond when Connery left. He knew Bond needs to be a Brit. Oh, did he? I don't remember. Really? Okay, there you go. Matthew Pounder. Was Bond in all but name? Danger Man was all, yeah. Yep. My name is Drake. John Drake. Now, McGowan thought Bond was immoral, though. And a womanizer and too violent and all this other stuff. So he had religious objections to playing the character. Drake, got into it, but Drake wasn't. Of course, it was a TV show, and I love Danger Man / Secret Agent. But yeah, so Scott Hughes, hello there. Haven't seen you here before. Good to see you. Roger Moore in Live and Let Die seemed to play a completely different character in all of the rest of his outings as Bond. That is kind of. I kind of agree with that, Scott. I mean, I think, although an even Man with a Golden Gun, he was kind of, was the second one, right? He was a little bit similar to the way he was in Live and Let Die, and then it got a little bit broader. I guess it just always seemed like the Saint to me because he's similar. But yeah, I can see what you're saying there, Scott. Maybe he kind of went, because he kind of maybe he got more comfortable in the role. They wrote him differently. That is a very good point. I've never really thought of it like that, but yes. But the movies, they got silly for some people, but it was the 70s and they were just fun. I mean, good Lord, I loved them. Good night, Dave Bob. Take it easy, brother. Always good to see you, pal. Clobby, favorite well-dressed Bond villain like Dr. No, Francisco Scaramanga, Alaric Goldfinger, Dr. Kananga, Dr. Largo, Max Soren. Man, that's a toughie there. I think I like Mr. Big the best from Live and Let Die. He's one of my favorite villains. Yaphet Kotto is fantastic. That's straight. Yeah, I get some of my reminders I get from YouTube are weird also. Well, Matthew Pounder says he has trouble taking Bond seriously after the Austin Powers film. That kind of dovetails a bit with what others in the chat earlier. Which one of you was telling me that earlier? That Jeff from the great channel World Class Bullshitters has talked about that. And Jobber was telling me that, and he also said that Razorfist necessarily didn't agree with it, but who knows? Yeah, wow. Scott says the LNLD Bond seemed to be more serious. In other words, no slide whistle as you jump a car over the bridge. Well, yeah, there you go. Good point. Yes, Live and Let Die is definitely seemingly, I think it is more like a closer to maybe a Connery Bond film, which I love that movie. And then, of course, because they were getting some criticism on being a little more flamboyant and over the top a little bit with the films, starting with like Man with a Golden Gun, and then Spy Who Loved Me, and then Moonraker. I remember all that talk about how for your eyes only, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I always want to say for your eye bags oldie. And a downside says, "Oh, found your channel looking for Bronze and Silver Age comics, and oh, well, I'm so glad you did. I'm a big fan of the Silver and the Bronze, sir." And there's a link in my description below for those, for my Spinner Rack Time Machine videos series, where I take everyone back to 1971 to my TARDIS that is in the shape of a spinner rack, and show them comics that were on sale back then at my comic shop Time Machine, and talk a little about that wonderful Bronze Age 50 years ago and the comics I would have bought. Well, I was only 7 years old, but if I were able to go back in time and buy some of the ones I may have missed. And yeah, that's a video series I'm doing. So that I do starting in September, do it every week. So check that out if you get a chance. There's a link in my description below to that playlist. Stuart says, was the Mandela effect question ever solved? Was Jaws' girlfriend Dolly wearing braces on her teeth? And yes, she was. And I've watched it a million times, so she definitely was wearing braces. Why did someone doubt that? The nude bomb. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, the nude bomb. The Get Smart sequel that they did one later that was much better. The nude bomb was weird. That was weird, dude. Scott, I'm an occasional viewer and participant. Michael French turned me on to your channel. If you don't remember the last time we spoke, I brought up 80s Comics Scout. Oh, okay, Scott. Sorry about that. Look, I'm old. I have an old man's memory. I apologize. Yeah, by Tim Truman. Yeah, you did mention that. I'm sorry, Scott. Again, I'm old, buddy. But I appreciate that. Absolutely. And I remember I bought some Scout. It's been ages, whatever it was, 80s or whatever that was that it came out. But just because I bought it because I was a big fan of Tim Truman anyway. I loved his Grimjack. So that was cool. And one of these days I'm going to do, because Michael French, I love them there. I love Retro Blasting. They're great folks, of course. But I love when we did Iconicon, which is a link to the description below there. I love Iconicon. That we had so much fun on that, comic shops of the 80s. I need to expound on that and talk about those a little bit more. Oh, there's a big thing about the Mandela effect saying that Jaws' girlfriend did have braces. I've never heard about that. Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I did not know that. I don't think Steve is here to get on me about my terrible Johnny Carson impersonation, so I'll just go, wow, that is wild. That is, wow, I did not know that. That is wild, weird stuff. Go for it, Downside. This is the open talk here tonight where I just hang out with you guys, so you're welcome to ask any opinion you want, and I'll do my best to answer it, sir. Any questions? What do I think of Challengers of the Unknown? I love them. I have a few reprints of them here and there. Of course, as you know, they started in the 50s. That Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, especially Kirby, created them, and he basically, because I'm a Fantastic Four fanatic, and so when I learned about the Challengers, I went back and got as many reprint issues as I can. Now I haven't read any of those reprints in a while, but what I think about them is very highly because I love them. And I do love that they are the template for the Fantastic Four. So I think highly of them. And I guess you could say that's obscure in a sense, yeah. But now that you mentioned that, now I want to go back and reread some more. I have some of the archives. And you make me want to go back and reread some more. Oh, Mr. Angel has to run. Gotta go try. Yeah, get some sleep, dude. Past 5 a.m. Oh my goodness. Well, Mr. Angel, I hope to see you at Saturday Night Star Trek. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Alarg says, do you all remember all of the James Bond takeoff movies in the 70s? Like, yeah, Casino Royale, is that the one, you mean the one with, you're referring to the one with Woody Allen, was late 60s or something, David Niven or whatever? I know. I remembered. I don't know if I really I can't remember if I ever watched it all. To be quite honest with you, probably. But I know of it, of course. Ben Boxer, Ben Grimm. Wasn't Ben Boxer OMAC? In, in the, um, yeah, I'm pretty much that way, D-Bud, too, if I remember. Though, again, it's been a long time, but I like the Kirby Challengers issues, but after him, got really weak for me, yeah. Another Bond takeoff. Yeah, I like those Matt. I like the Dean Martin, Matt Helm movies, the Flint movies, because how cool is it? James Coburn's fantastic. Well, Mr. Angel, I'm honored, my friend, honored, and always wonderful to see you here. Thank you so much. So true. I did like the Challengers with Dead Man and Swamp Thing. Yeah, that was when they brought it back for a while. That new Challengers of the Unknown in the 70s. They had a short little run there of Challengers when they brought the series back, and you had like Mike Nasser cover or something when it looked very Adams-ish and stuff. I remember that downside. Didn't last long, unfortunately. It was kind of, as Oliver says, it was kind of funny. Bond henchman Donald Grant called Bond old man, and from Russia, yeah, Russia love. But in the end, Bond killed him and looked at us. Who's the old man now? Robert Shaw was a great villain. That's one you don't hear as much about, but the great Robert Shaw was a great Bond villain in that. Someone digitally removed Dolly's braces in original Moonraker when Jaws met Dolly. She had. Are you kidding me? Phantom Outsider, you messing with me, dude? What the hell is wrong with you, boy? Are you kidding me? Come on now, seriously? Yeah, Rocky Davis. That's cool. Hey, Ben Boxer, Rocky Davis. What are you gonna do, man? I hear you. I knew what you meant there, Matthew. You're the cool. Except you did better than me because I forgot Rocky's last name. That's how long it's been since I've read a Challengers comic. So you did better than me, brother. What in the hell? She had braces. I remember it. It was kind of the point. Are you telling me they've removed the braces from the girl? Oh, online, someone removed the braces in pics, causing talk of him. Oh, okay, I got you. Nice. It was 1967 with David Niven. Okay, Woody Allen. Yeah, and our man Flint. Fun. Okay. In the original version, he had braces and still does in the movie. Okay, somebody just did that to create a false Mandela effect. Wow, someone had way too much freaking time on their hands. Downside, yes, I am on Twitter. I'll put that link in here. How about that? I think I have a link in my description below for my Twitter, but I can always go grab it. I should put it in there. There's my Twitter there, downside. There you go. Follow begets a follow. So, sheet, that's crazy. Why would someone? I don't have Mark. I don't have the my a window open for that chat, so I can't really um follow that one. But oh thanks, Eric. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I love those Flint movies. I even, like I said, I like the Matt Helm films. So yeah, but Challengers of the Unknown. Uh, by the way, for those who are wondering, I screwed up. I'm so mad at myself. I may as well confess to you guys. May as well. I deserve to be laughed at for this. I left out a comment from today's batch on the today's video, but I'm going to put it on next week. It wouldn't be such a big deal if it wasn't an FF. I was just trying to go too damn fast, and I left out the Fantastic Four 118. But it'll be in the next next week's video. So I'm definitely ashamed of myself. You know, because you'd think if I could put all of these, you know, that I wouldn't forget the FF, but I'm thoroughly embarrassed. Yikes. Oh, that's what always happens when you try to go too fast. Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Wow. You know, Krista was being a biatch right there. I'm sorry. She really destroyed Johnny. Was anyone else pissed off with? And did anyone else? Was I the only one that hated Quicksilver because he stole Crystal? Sort of. Poor old Johnny Storm. Yeah, so. Anyway, we'll get into the next one. Not only pictures on the internet, but Dolly's bracelets were also digitally removed in later releases. Really? Oh, okay. Really? Wow. Why? Why in the holy hell would you do that? Part of that attraction that the two of them had for each other, obviously she was a cutie with, you know, biggins and everything, was that that was what they had in common. They both had the metal on their teeth. Yeah, there were a lot of reasons to hate Quicksilver. I'm with you there, partner. D-Bud, I didn't buy FF 118 at the time because I never saw it at the newsstand. I didn't see it until I went to the barbershop and they had it in their reading pile. Holy shite. Well, that happened a lot back then. As a kid, I too got to see many, many comics at the barbershop. In fact, with my fragmentary memory of the time, I probably would go, oh, I bought that one, and then realize, oh, maybe I just saw it at the damn barbershop where we used to go ride our bikes, you know. Yeah, then he married a Skrull, but it was really just, see, that's what, I was so pissed off at the FF title when remember when before they made her a Skrull, it was still Johnny thinking he was with Alicia, and that just made me sick. Whoever's idea to do that was, whether it was a Skrull or not, the world thought it was Johnny and Alicia forever, for a good long time, and that made me sick. Well, you know something? I'm going to have to watch, see if I can find a version that I would love to watch. I think I have Moonraker Blu-ray. I'm going to have to check. I think I bought that Blu-ray because I've been buying. See, I can't afford no big Bond set, especially when I only want certain movies. So I didn't get that big complete set they did last time. I just wanted individual ones, and they put them out, some by the actor, some individually, for you could get pretty cheap Blu-rays after a while. And I went back and grabbed a few, and I can't remember if I bought Moonraker or not. Yes, that was Byrne's idea, which is why another reason why I'm always mad at Byrne. Byrne used to piss me off all the time with that kind of crap. And that was one of the things that really pissed me off. Johnny stealing Ben's girl, that was malicious. Exactly. Johnny would never do that. Look, I'd already dumped the title. When I heard that, I was like, I'm not going back ever. And I didn't for a long time. Then they made her a Skrull. Was that DeFalco or was it Englehart? Was it DeFalco? Whoever did that. I think whoever did that, maybe they did it because they didn't like it either. I don't know. Annoying. Eric, Stan was out on the beach in California, buddy. He wasn't doing. He had no editorial control when Byrne did that or thought of it or whatever. That's all Shooter allowed that crap. Yes, Matthew Pounder. It had it was called Jimmy Bond, and he was played by Barry Nelson. It was like a TV movie thing, yeah. Jimmy Bond. I've seen that. I watched that not too long ago. It's probably on YouTube. Yep. Alaric says, wow, those comics bring back memories. When I was a kid, and me and my brother would hang out at the Five and Dime store drinking RC with peanuts, checking out the comics on the spinner racks. Yes, sir. That's what the spinner rack time machine is all about. And yeah, I loved RC. I'd like an RC right now. Do they make RC anymore? But yeah, see, that's what the spinner rack time machine is all about. Going back in time. All right, Just Joe, take it easy, brother. Be good, Jobber. Always good to see you, man. That's right. Johnny would not have done that to Ben. Absolutely. It's really ridiculous. Well, what can you do? Oh my goodness, that's what an open forum is for, folks. So we could just bounce all over the place. What is it? Not every story carries Archie-Cola, but it's out there. Just gotta look. So they still make RC. I wonder, does it still taste the same? Of course, I guess I wouldn't know what it's been so long. Yeah. RC Cola. Probably in certain regions. I felt like Nick. I wish Nick was here. I could, Nick Weiser, my buddy. I was sitting there I was trying to pick some cereal the other night. And I bought Frankenberry. I was thinking about Nick, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, nostalgia. And it's just not the same. It's all right, though. I mean, yeah. Cool. You're about to watch Moonraker, are you, Mark D? I think I'll do that tonight too if I have it. I think I bought it. I love Moonraker. Jesus, it's goofy fun, man. Did you see that they quoted Moonraker in Black Widow? I don't know if any of you saw the movie or liked it or not, but they actually Natasha's watching Moonraker in a scene. Remember? Ilagabala says, I know you love remakes, so Jabberella. That's it. See you said, Jabberella. Take it easy, Ilagabalus. Always good to see you, bro. Don't be a stranger, man. A cola person. Oh, God. Good one. Oh, my goodness. All this Bond talk does make me want to watch a Bond film, so I'll probably do that because I've run out of stuff to watch. There's another, I guess, topic basically to bring it to pretty soon because Kal-El actually mentions the MCU, and of late, I think this month I did. And by the way, thanks to the great Mark D with the C for helping me out on my pre-Miller Daredevil show we did the other night. I'm going to do another Daredevil show soon, later, before Halloween. And it'll be about, post-Miller Daredevil. Maybe I'll probably do that Monday night. But I'll also talk about some other elements of Daredevil, including the Daredevil TV show. And I just binged it again after only watching it one time back when it first came on each season, and that was it. One season, I watched the season, that was it. First one was in 2015. And I had issues here and there with the third season, but on balance, I love that show, and I wish it had stayed. And then I was just so kind of, and of course, I even watched Defenders, which I didn't like as much, but Daredevil's in there. Thought it was all right, and I like those actors, most of them anyway. And then I surprised myself by kind of wanting to stay in that. It's the Marvel MCU, but it's the gritty side of it. I'm not. But by the way, I'm the least big fan of grim and gritty. I can't stand it usually, but if it's good, I mean, that Daredevil is totally horribly, really hyper violent. Dad man walking. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. It's terribly violent, disturbingly so. But I still loved it. I thought it was still a great iteration, very close to the Miller Daredevil, and I thought it was a great show. I'm not a Punisher fan at all, fan of the character of the Punisher, but I thought it was great on that show. I liked Bernthal, so I just watched those 2 seasons of the Punisher again, and liked it. But maybe just so little coming out, but I liked it. And not perfect. I had a lot of things I didn't like in it, but he's really good as the Punisher, I thought. So it was fun, to be able to watch something like that. But then after that, now I'm out of stuff to watch again. I have to watch those Trek episodes, of course, because I'm reviewing them. The Next Generation episodes, because I'm reviewing them this week. But now I just got to find something. It's kind of fun to have something like that to watch, even though you've already seen it. Because I don't know. I don't take the. I don't know. I like older stuff. Although sometimes I'll try something new, but I'm kind of like they say in Wayne's World. I fear change. Kidding. But it is tough for me to warm up to newer stuff. I don't like newer stuff. But for something that's relatively older that I haven't seen before, sometimes I'll try that. So I don't know what I'll watch next, but I'll probably just throw in a Bond film or something, I guess. But I need to do a deep dive on that Daredevil show. Maybe I'll do it next week. Oliver says, my brother and I giggled when Bond henchman Jaws tried to pass the airport check when the metal detector sounded off. Airport police stopped him, but Jaws showed off his metal teeth. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Stuart Mitchell says, the follow-up to Spy Who Loved Me was planned to be For Your Eye Bags Oldie. Have it. They changed it to Moonraker following the huge success of Star Wars. Yes. That would be correct, sir. Yes, absolutely. The braces are gone? Holy shit. Holy shite. Have you seen the face of the crowd? It's very drama. Yeah, long time ago. Andy Griffith, didn't he get nominated for an Oscar for that? Andy Griffith is a great actor. I mean, I love Andy Griffith. Are you shiting me there, Mark? Mark, need with the see that the braces are gone. Jeez, ussa. Wow. Oh, so you're saying Matthew Powner that they have not yet put Daredevil season 3 on DVD. Weird. I should probably get those physicals of those. Yeah, Mark, if you got a second, you want to come on and talk about that? If you're not busy, dude. I don't want to bug you. If you got the time, dude, ain't a biggie. Okay, I'll give you the link. This is ridiculous. I can't believe they did this. What is wrong with these people? Wow. That is freaking nuts, man. I didn't know that they didn't have season 3 out on. I just assumed it would be out there, Matthew. That's strange. Wow. What the deal with that? Man. That's freaking craziness. That's crazy towns. Oh, well. Who knew? Has anyone read that does anyone know the reasoning for removing the braces? Is this like, does it offend people with braces or something? Is that the Blu-ray? Well, we'll ask Mark when he gets there. I can't believe that. What? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I got to know. There he is. Dude, what the hell would they do that for?
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, everyone.
What's up, dude?
I didn't believe it until, I mean, she had braces, didn't she? Or am I going crazy?
Dude, I've seen it a million times.
Yeah, I mean, I love
remember, the whole point was he sees her, right? And
yeah.
she smiles at him. And the whole point is he has braces.
Right?
I mean, she has braces and he has the steel teeth.
Yeah, it's not just me going bad memory and
oh yeah. But
was
again,
it what people with braces complained, or I mean, what's the I mean, I know the world has gone nuts politically, but I mean,
I don't know. What in the holy hell?
Well, here's the openings. Yeah, here's the opening scene in Moonraker. I don't want to, I was just put my DVD, DVD in.
She's way later in the movie.
Yeah. I just flipped to the very end when I think this is her first scene, right here when she comes through and sees Jaws.
Well, that's her on the space station.
Yeah, but look, no braces.
Wow, but that's not the first time he sees her. But yeah,
when did he first see her?
At the tram thing when he's trying to kill Bond and Dr. Goodhead on that big tram thing that's going across the mountain. Whatever it is,
yeah.
The trail. That's when they first meet. She pulls him out of the.
That's like about halfway through the movie, right? Or something. I'm trying to remember.
Let's see. One explanation was to fix the continuity, as Dolly was not wearing braces towards the end of the movie. Okay. So does she have them on the tram?
Let me go look on the tram scene. Yep.
Probably not. If it's not, unless. Yeah. Well, that's silly.
I could have sworn she had the braces the whole movie.
Wouldn't you want, because that's kind of crucial to the character, go back if you're going to CGI something, put the braces on her in this scene.
Yeah.
Because the whole point was she was like him. He's this evil, horrible monster of a guy running around murdering people and biting people's heads off with his teeth. And then she shows him some kindness. She's this petite little beautiful, super hot girl.
Yeah.
Who smiles at him and then remember, the scene is she smiles at him with her, sparkling gold, metal teeth. And then he smiles back at her.
Yeah, and I thought that was the scene.
That's the whole damn point is for her. So if this is true and they forgot it right here. And by the way, I could have swore she had it in this scene.
I thought she had it in this scene too. No, this is the DVD box set that I bought. I think it was the last before Blu-rays came out, and then of course the Blu-rays came out like a few months later and was all upset. I bought like the every Bond movie.
Well, it's a tiny bit, but it's a character moment.
Yeah. That's him trying to see, because I'm skimming on the DVD, so it's,
the tram part's a good ways before that.
Yeah, so it's not as it doesn't skim through as fast, but
past the middle. Let's see here.
Here it is. Here's the tram part. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, here's the tram. Yeah, let's see.
Who did it better, the beach scene, Honey Rider, played by Ursula Andress, or Dr. No, or Jeans and Halle Berry? To me, it's not even close. Ursula Andress.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, Halle's. I'm not a big fan of short hair either. It's probably, I think Halle Berry is a beautiful woman, but no. Well, for me anyway, it's Ursula. But
I mean, they're both gorgeous, right?
But Ursula Andress is out of this world.
Yeah.
For me, I'd go Ursula, Oliver. So, you found it?
I'm watching the scene now. Yeah, so Jaws has just stopped the tram, and then Bond is climbing out to go outside. I think it was right after that he. No,
it was when he crashed.
Yeah, like right when he comes down.
Helps him out. She pulls him out of the rubble or whatever.
Yeah, right at the end of that scene, right?
It's a funny scene.
Yep. Yeah, so Jaws. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. Come on, give me the smile. He smiles. He's smiling. I don't want to. No, where'd the braces?
Wow.
Wait, sorry, I got to flip back a second.
Not there, huh? That you're
110.
kidding me. Well, it ain't
Let me-
Mandela effect, dude. Something happened.
No, something. Yeah, here.
They were there, buddy.
I got to grab the screen.
I went in 1979. I can't tell how many times I
there
went
were
to see it.
definitely braces there.
Yep.
You know, is Ben Grimm orange? Does he have rocks?
Yeah, that's. And again, if you have the technology to correct what is, I guess, supposed to be a gaffe, or maybe in the story it was just maybe she was supposed to had her braces taken off. I mean, who cares? Why go back and do that's for continuity? That's horse hockey. But it's actually a character point when she smiles at him with the big metal teeth. She's meeting someone that's like him.
Yeah, here's him. He's about to. I'm just grabbing the screen grab here so you can, because I don't want to play the movie on your channel.
That's fine.
Yep. So then
he's not happy with me. I know he passed away, but he wasn't happy when one time at Dragon Con I gave him bad directions accidentally.
You gave Charles
he was on the scooter. He was trying to ask me where the hotel was, the hotel for the registration or something like that. I think where the Hilton was. And I was all confused walking out there in the heat with my friends, and I pointed him in the wrong direction for a minute.
Oh my God, that's not a guy to get mad at you.
He went down this hill on his scooter, and then he was pissed. I'm like, oh, Jaws is going to kill me.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
The whole time in the con, we're going, you better watch out, but Jaws is going to be coming.
Yeah,
I was confused. I was tired.
We all make mistakes. Just saying.
I felt bad about it. Like he
Bond told me to.
And he went down a hill. Oh, there we go.
Well,
okay.
She's about ready to smile, right? So just show, anticipation here. And then here, I got to keep starting it. Yeah, I can't believe this. This is inconceivable.
Why would they do something like this? If their explanation is the inconsistent part, that's stupid. If you got it wrong, the other way around, they're probably just too stupid to know. There she is. No, oh my God.
I've watched this movie a gazillion times, and I own the DVD, so I could have sworn I thought I watched this version of DVD on the DVD.
What are you looking at now? Is this a DVD or is it a Blu-ray?
This is the DVD. Yes, let me grab it. Let me see what version.
How old is it? I ain't gonna get no Mandela on this one. I cannot accept Mandela on this one.
This is the
I could be
Bond Ultimate Collector's Set.
From when?
Let's see. Does it have a year on it? Let's see. Well, it came out just before Casino. It included Casino Royale in 2006. Yeah, so I think they gave they sent you Casino Royale with it once you bought it or something. Okay. I'll look it up.
2006 or something like that. Then yeah.
I'll look it up on the Amazons because of course they remember everything you purchased. So.
Got to go consult an old VHS of it then.
Yeah, that's total. I would never believe that when I thought, let's see, when I purchased it. I've never heard of that before.
The hell,
you learn something new every day.
I wonder if there's a director's commentary on one of those DVDs that addresses it. I have to watch it now. Watch it on the Blu-ray or whatever.
Well, what's nice about this set is they have the Ultimate set. They have one version's a movie, and the other DVD that's part of it is all the special features.
That's freaking crazy.
I purchased this.
Hey, Janet. Janet from another planet. Hey.
Hell, Janet.
This is freaking insane, dude. I can't believe this. I know. Look, we are not Mandelaing here, folks. This is some skullduggery going on with a James Bond film.
Yeah, I purchased this in 2008. Actually,
Eric said he was about to buy that on eBay. Good to see you, Janet. That's crazy talk. Let me address this real quick, Eric. I like Daredevil and Jessica. Jessica Jones I only liked for the David Tennant season. Luke Cage, he liked that one. And Iron Fist, man. Ugh, boy, I don't know about that one personally, but yeah, some of those shows were okay, some better than others. Iron Fist I thought was a mistake. Luke Cage, I love the guy playing Cage, but I had some problems with his story. But I'll probably re-binge that soon. You never know. But Daredevil one was the best one for me. Not for the weak of stomach though. So this is crazy, dude. I'm gonna have to go. I know. I do have a friend I could consult who has the still
Yeah,
has his VHSs and all that stuff.
but I was Googling her image. They got to have, my God,
The
they got to
screen cap
have,
of it, yeah, they could.
she's got to have braces.
This is
I'm going to
insane.
lose my mind now.
She had them before, dude. No,
Yeah,
again, it might
so
be true that she didn't have them in that later scene, and that's the lady from
that's her.
the lady now.
Yeah, and she
Well, what
actually
about that
did.
black and white picture?
Well, this was, I guess, that's a fan picture. So is that like a con picture?
I don't
She
know.
doesn't have braces there. And she actually did a voiceover. She's French, so she did the voice. She voiced Thomas the Tank Engine. Was one of the things I was reading her bio. I'm not seeing braces here. This is crazy.
No
Where
way, man.
are we in an alternate universe? Or did I not remember
Got to be in an alternate freaking universe.
They erased the braces in the simulation.
There's got to be some kind of pictures of it somewhere.
Yeah, well, here's like that was the article. Did she wear braces in the film Moonraker?
What'd they say?
And they're saying, I remember with braces, and so do many others, but there's a whole gang of other fans who remember without the braces. The question has gone on and on the internet for quite some time, and therefore I decided to write an open email to Blanche agents to find out. Let's see. Let's just skim this, but
Okay. We got to know.
We got to know, yeah. Here's the link to the scene. Yep. Oh, here we go. Here's
You got an answer?
Well, she's pretty. Yeah, let's see. Oh, video's unavailable.
Lovely.
Yeah, she's a beautiful lady. Yep.
Yeah, but does she? I mean, he didn't just write it down.
Oh, he's got to read in a future blog post.
I'm gonna.
Oh, come on! I hate when I hate when you do that.
What the hell?
Don't do that.
Well, what? That's 2016. And what if?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. How do I find the next blog
I'll
post?
bust this guy's ass for this.
Yeah, come on. Let's see. Is it under Moonraker? James Bond movie.
Oh my God, man! What a wiener head.
Let's see if he put it under that. Oh, I hate it when people do that.
Well, Phantom says there's a YouTube video by Rusty G 57. Mandela effect they missed shows her with braces.
So I won't play this. I'm just going to pause this. But video unavailable. Okay, I was going to pause it.
I'd like to try to find that video.
Yeah, this is.
Have you seen that video, Phantom? I guess next to him, everybody looks short, but she was short.
Yeah.
Not too short, actually. He's just 7 feet tall.
Oh, he's a massive guy, right? Yeah. I'm losing my mind now. Yeah, look, she's on the braces.
Have you seen that video?
I haven't seen
Phantom Outsider.
If you can put the link in, or
if you could
tell me where to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, this cannot stand.
This will not stand. Yeah.
It'd be one thing if it was just me screwing up, or just two other people. Everyone who saw the movie in 1979 and watched it a million times, the whole scene was, she smiles at him, or he smiles at her. I think it's that way. And she smiles back, or vice versa. And the whole point is he's seeing someone like her. Yeah. Just watch it. He said he just watched it. Could you throw a link, Phantom? I'll mod you as soon as I get this thing out here. Because that's just not good. This is a conspiracy, damn it.
Yeah.
And what guts to know. William Shatner went to space, folks. That's all I got. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but
well, maybe he can find her braces in space.
Maybe her braces got left at the space station. Oh man. Let's see here.
Oh, let's see. Here's a picture. Look, she's got braces there.
Oh, okay. Well,
let's
just
see.
because he told us that,
if I click on
you are now a mod, Phantom Outsider.
Okay, look, Dolly has braces. Actually, Dolly does not have braces. What?
And so is D-Bud. You said to put. Where'd you put the link? You did it manually. No, Stuart Mitchell, you did us a solid. There they are. Dolly has braces. Look. Where'd you put that link? Phantom?
Well, this is the video. Here, I can click on it if you think we're if you think we're safe to play it with no.
It's just a short video, right?
Yeah, well, I'll skip to it. Right.
Mandela effect around braces.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, this is where. I mean, maybe we're all looking at something else. We're not noticing, or
maybe skip to the one. Yeah, we all were definitely looking at something else. Maybe you can skip to the. Is this the new one or the old one?
Let's say they're saying this. This is the scene, no braces.
Where's the one with the braces?
Original braces scene, but they're saying the guy put them in. Many people recall Dolly having braces, which fact she does not. The image above is a screenshot showing the following YouTube video produced by Rom30, visual effects artist. So this original scene with.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go fat. Go.
I'm gonna watch this while you're doing that because you put the link in there. Phantom put the link in there. Normal tracking. This is from a VHS tape. There she smiles.
But this is the guy added the braces after.
Here we go. They're there, folks. And this is from a VHS. They're there, buddies. Braces on the girl jaws now. They're gone. Wow. Read the description of the pinned. Let's see here.
That's okay, Stuart. We love this stuff. Yeah, figuring it out.
Shot blogger with pigtail glasses. It is her influence. The jaws. Okay. Well, let's see. It's the pinned one. Okay. I was watching the movie not long ago, and when I got this is the guy who put this video up there. When I got to that part, I had my Mandela moment. It was drawn out a bit longer, focus on her cleavage, yeah, of course, and that's something to remember, no doubt. But when she smiled and she has perfect white teeth, what? No way, no braces. I was actually shocked. So I researched and searched and finally found this very short clip that I and many others remember. Plus, practically every description like below says she's wearing braces. Of course, ads can influence some, but when you were in the theater, and really that was one of the few good scenes of the. I didn't think it was a bad movie, dude. I love it. He says it's a bad movie. In comparison, it would be like movie Jaws, shark changing where Short Scheider's infamous line, "Smile." Yeah, it would be like that. So.
Oh, and then she texted conversation that she swears she did not wear braces in the movie. I think that you wore some. This might be, and my French is bad, but might be something with the Mandela effect. And she says, "I'm in the studio. I don't remember. No, I did not wear denture. Well, that means braces. I always love this question. It makes me smile. Have a great vacation. Love and kisses, Blanche."
Hey, Sir John.
Thank you. This is.
Well, I don't know if we'll get in trouble for this, but are you ready? You
still on that one? Sure. Yeah. We'll go. Yeah, go.
All right, let's see.
Flip it out. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I just froze it. We went to. And this looked like I saw it said tracking, like an old VHS.
Yeah.
Don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. See that?
Yeah, normal tracking. Yeah.
Can you see her?
A little bit, but it's not. Or maybe make it full screen. Make it full screen. Can you do the full screen? But of course, in a movie theater, you'd be watching it. Be high. There's something there. I saw this in the movie theater when it came out. So
me too. Well, back into the left.
God.
I see something there. I mean, and I see it.
Yeah, I see something.
It's a
there, yeah.
VHS copy.
That's crazy.
I think she has them. I think these people are wrong.
Well, that was a spoof commercial, but with the braces. But
Oh, she has it. The braces on that.
well, this is a joke commercial. They said that
Yeah, but
they
does
did
the character have braces?
Yeah, well, in the end on this one, they I guess she smiles and she's got braces, and she's smiling.
Is that
back.
the actress?
No, it's just a commercial. Yeah,
See,
parody.
That bolsters the point.
Yeah,
They were spoofing the scene. Some said it was lipstick on her teeth. Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, so they're saying that claims the film has been altered. One guy says the film has been altered in some way. Let's see. The original origin of this seems to be quite old, with one poster saying asking for misremembering details about the film. Yeah, because there's this is the production.
Well,
oh, here we
right.
go. Here we go.
All right.
That was a short blonde girl with pigtails, glasses, and braces.
And braces.
And that's her description in the movie. Yeah, but then there's no photo here.
I mean, you're right, Stuart. Blanche should know for sure, but I don't know why she's. I mean, I guess she should. I don't see why she'd lie about it. But I remember. Why does everyone remember braces? And I mean, wasn't kind of the point of the characterization is that yes, she's a hot girl. He sees beautiful women all the time. He was just about to try to murder a beautiful woman with Bond. So he sees this beautiful woman. She comes to help her. Like, he doesn't care. But obviously, is he hitting? I mean, a lot of hot chicks around. But the whole point is he sees someone, because he's a weirdo, and she's got the the shiny teeth like him, and then that's kind of the cornball point. Yeah.
At one point here, they're saying the age and quality of the film may have also played a role. Many watched this film originally on grainy VHS tapes. Hey, don't insult my old VHS tapes. Or fuzzy tube televisions. It's not possible to see every minute detail. We fill in those details with our own imagination, possibly to the detriment of reality.
I think Stuart's right. The scene doesn't make sense without the braces.
Yeah.
Even if they forgot to put them in the later scene. Eric remembers the braces.
I remember them.
There's the point. Exactly. The point. She was kind to him and had braces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to all of my friends who's old enough to see it in the theater. Every one of them saw it in the theater. And not only that, watched it on cable all those years and watched the VHS and what have you. Every one of them says braces, I'll bet you. I'm not going to let this one go.
Well, this person's correct. It's government agents in the future changing their past inside a computer simulation where they manage to get minor movie details and brand names wrong once in a while. I'm sticking with that one. Oh, my God.
This is evil, folks.
Now, my good buddy Rob, God bless his soul, was a Bond fanatic. So, I can't ask Rob, but that'd be like, you have some friends. That'd be the first friend I would pick up and give a phone call to and say, Rob, did she have braces?
I know plenty of old school Bond fans that will know. I gots to know.
Yeah, but this is crazy because the photo evidence has all been changed by government agents in the future.
You were down on one, that another one just like us said she had in big letters.
Yeah.
Saw that guy? Everyone can't be Mandela. I mean, I understand how the Mandela effect works sometimes.
Yeah.
You know who I'm going to consult on this as well? I'm going to talk to our buddy Michael French. He would have some insight.
Yeah.
See what he thinks about this.
We got to get some.
Yeah, we got.
Give Doomcock a call right now.
We cannot let this stand, folks. This is an outrage.
Maybe Harvey remembers.
See one of these other ones. That's you had one someone looking big letters. She had the braces.
Yeah. Oh, that one probably one of the comments. Yeah, I was flipping through fast there. Yeah,
that's fine. That's all right. Yeah. So
there's not a chance. She had braces on the 50 by 100 foot movie screen 40 years ago. Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was saying. This guy here, Frank, it's like, when you saw it on on a movie screen. It was massive.
Yeah, they were shiny. Yeah. They the light blue. Thank you, Canadian Spider-Man. I saw the original. She had the freaking braces.
Yeah.
Take it easy, D-Bud.
Good night,
The brace. Bud. And tonight, begun the brace war has. Oh, my goodness. Also, when Drax was ranting that only perfect people would be in this world, Jaws looks at her. The braces are gone, but she's the only one wearing glasses. Yeah.
Wow.
Look, I can buy into they're not being in the other scene. That's fine because you don't even think about it. It's that one shot where you got this big smile, and you're exactly right. It's on a gigantic movie screen. So, no.
Yeah, so this guy saw the movie with his dad in 1979, yeah.
I saw it at the theater, I don't know how many times in 1979. And again, not only remember, here's the thing about that scene that I really remember. He smiles at her, she smiles, and again, like I've been saying, it's a character moment because she's like him. And the sun glistens,
like it shines off.
It shines off of her braces.
Maybe Tony Stark got the snap wrong when he brought us back. He forgot that one scene. I mean,
and there you go. Sir John says, let's see. They were massive. You couldn't miss them. They were drawing your eyes, the braces, and I know something else too.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty young when I saw that movie, so I didn't really notice those. I was looking at her teeth.
I was old enough. I was old enough to be distracted by something else.
I was 9 or 10 when I saw it. But...
I was 15. I was 15.
Yeah.
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 Oh my God, that could be true. Canadian Spider-Man, Jesus Christ. They were because they didn't want to make it appear like he was getting it on with a minor misspelling on purpose. Yes, someone who digs in minds. You know what? You might not be wrong. You never know.
Yeah, but if they changed the movie, then you would have heard about it too, right? Right? I mean, we got to ask R&B.
He might know. I mean,
he might know. He's the movie expert, right?
Did John Glenn direct that one?
Let's see.
A lot of. I think it was John Glenn. I can't remember though.
Let's see. Let's check. I got Moonraker, the Wikipedia site up here. Let's see.
I think it was. I know you did a bunch of them. I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't.
Let's see here. Christopher Wood. Oh no, directed by Lewis Gilbert.
Lewis Gilbert. Sorry, John Glenn was after him. Okay. Glenn came later because Lewis Gilbert directed all of them up until maybe Moonraker. I think he directed almost. Well, he directed a ton of them.
And this movie was a huge hit too, so everyone saw it. Budget was $34 million. It made $210 million back in 1979. So it was massive. I mean,
I think he's definitely not with us anymore. Wow, he lived to 97. That might have been his last Bond film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And he did. I think he did them all from. I want to say he started. I mean, let's see. What was the first one he did? No, he missed a couple. All right. Anyway, point being, we can't ask him.
Yeah, we can't ask him, unfortunately. Yep.
We can't ask the director. But
this is mind blowing.
Yeah. Stuart, you did good. We love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm not a conspiracy theories guy. I always try to find a logical explanation, or I think there are weird things that happen, but generally I think that the government's not smart enough to get their act together to do something, or or they would hide, they hide things maybe from us, and then things get released, but I just don't think they're competent. But this is weird because everyone's seeing they saw it. I mean,
yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what that was, that line there, Stuart. Well, here's to us. Yeah. So I call BS on this, and I'm not going to stand for it.
Yeah, and I don't have. Do I have an older version on VHS? I don't think I have this on VHS.
I used to. Crap. And that's what you have is a pretty early DVD set. So, if not, I mean, obviously it was probably. I think it was individually on. That was not too long after DVD started coming out. Number of years, maybe 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years, maybe. But remember, originally when DVDs first started coming out in the late '90s, not everything was on DVD.
Yeah, and this was a big box set too. So
That might be the first DVD edition.
Let me see, Bond DVD box set.
Eric was saying a little while ago he almost bought that set on eBay. He said just
it's a great set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here.
That's what I hate when they screw around with movies.
Yeah, 20 DVD set. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I still say that's kind of a character moment for him. Why else would it? Why is that scene special without that part, without the braces?
Yeah, because that's what works. They smile at each other, and then there's that's the connection there.
And yep, and again, the sunlight glistens on her teeth. They were there.
So this is the one. This is a set that I have.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's nice.
So yeah, it's a really nice set. Although I don't, Casino. I don't like the Craig Bonds. I mean, Casino Royale is probably the best one.
At least it's the only one in there.
Yeah, and I guess they gave it to you. Yeah, they gave it to you with it, and it's. And if you look, each movie, like I said, has the movie on one side of the case, and then the other side has the director's cut. So it's a great, it's a really nice set. Of course, it's DVD, so now I'm a 4K snob, but. Yes, I want. I wonder if we find an old version. Someone.
I'm on it. I know people who have them, so I'll look, dude.
Everyone's gonna go look now. I mean, look
at the briefcase one.
Yeah, that's a cool one too. Yeah.
I did a briefcase one of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. a buddy of mine has. It's really nice.
There we go. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's VHS. Yeah. Or is it? Oh no, it says DVD. Oh no, 40 disc. They made them look like VHS though. And you know what people are doing now? You know how they slab, comic books?
Uh-huh.
They're slabbing VHS tapes now, like original VHS of Star Wars.
Wow, really?
And rating them.
Dude, I know exactly where my copies of Star Wars and Empire are.
Yep.
VHS.
I still have those, yep.
Wow. But, and even the prequels.
Yeah,
I don't know if they did VHS of Attack of the Clones, but they did a real special fancy of Phantom Menace, which I still have. It's a big one. It came in a little piece of film in it.
Yeah, they did some really nice stuff with DVDs and.
There's that picture right there. That's braces. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it looks like braces to me. Yeah, and I remember I had the Ultimate Spider-Man edition. The first Spider-Man movie.
Click that one. Go ahead. Yeah,
click this one. Yep, and. And I bought, it had a piece of film in it, just like that other movie you said. So I bought Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and then I have a collection where I keep all my DVDs, and I saved a spot for Spider-Man 3, and I never bought the movie. It was so disappointing how bad it was. I was like, come on, I'm not buying this.
That's metal teeth right there, dude. You can't see. Well, she's the below one. Look, it's an old copy too. You can tell.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. They mess with it. Now there could be I guess it's possible that they filmed another scene without him and they added that back in. I don't think that's likely though.
Yeah, but back then you didn't have CGI, so it was really
back
really
then you didn't. But I mean, later maybe they had.
Later, but because
they did clean these Bond films up. Remember when they were putting these out? I saw a documentary talking about how that for those DVD sets. And it was a good while back where they I forgot where I saw it. How the cleaning process they were using to clean up the Bond movies. That's probably what you have, and maybe that's how they did it.
But I mean, it's not back when before that you wouldn't you couldn't spend the money to do something like that.
Well, they were they spent a lot of money cleaning them up though.
No, but I mean when the movie the original movie I'm saying like today like they try to get rid of the mustache on Superman or that kind of stuff. But the technology back then, you could airbrush things or do some things on the film, but it would cost a ton of money.
I bet they paid her off to say that she didn't have any braces. Said, look, we'll pay you a lot of money if you just don't tell people or take the braces out.
Don't tell people. Yeah. That's why when I watched it tonight, I was like, wait a minute, what? And she's in the next movie too, right? I mean, for a little when they go off together, right? That's she's not in the next movie, or just
No.
Jaws is.
No, Jaws isn't either. This was his last one. He was only in Spy Who Loved Me in this one. Next one was,
Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, the next movie was For Your Eye Bags Oldie.
Okay.
See, I can't not say I can't not call it that. It's a habit. It's for your eyes only.
It's a bad Clobby habit.
Giving Mad Magazine names to movies, like they called it For Your Eye Bags Oldie. You are lying, lady. I don't know why.
These French people.
We were going to have words, young lady. She's still cute, so I would definitely like to meet with her and have a conversation about it.
Show me your teeth. Show me your teeth.
I want to see I want to have you checked out by a dentist to see whether you had them or
not. Most French speak English. Well, my relatives in Europe, and the kids came over. I'm like, you speak English better than some kids here. It's like really, we've never spoken before, other than being in Europe. So
yeah, this is an outrage.
I'm not going to sleep tonight. I got to keep looking.
I've got to know, and I'm going to find out. I mean, I'll find somebody who still has a VHS.
Yeah, and you got to let me know as soon as you find out.
I'm almost positive I know somebody with a VHS. I think I had it, but I'm not even. It's not even up for doubt that he still has it, and I'll tell you why. Because he still has everything he ever owned. He's insane. He's a friend of mine who has every TV guide from 1960 something. So they stopped, and I do mean until they stopped making it.
Yeah,
stacked up in a room. TV guides. You know how many that is?
Quite a few. Because didn't they come out every week? Mm-hmm. Or was it every week?
It was every week.
Every week, right? Yeah. It was once you had your TV listing for the week.
We couldn't wait. We couldn't wait to get the new TV guide.
See what Star Trek was on that week.
This bitch has them all. Everyone from around probably late 60s, early 70s. He never missed it. They had the subscription. He never threw it away. He never throws anything away ever. I mean, not ever. And so he buys every VHS out there. He bought every. I know he didn't throw any of his VHS tapes away. Now, can he find it? Knowing him, he can. That's how he lives in Atlanta and in Baton Rouge. And I don't know where he is right now, but it's somewhere.
Well, you got to call him tonight and tell him to get on the case.
And I think he probably has a VCR too.
Yeah, I still have a VCR. Actually, I still have I have a really cool VCR to DVD.
I wonder how much a good shape VHS of this is on eBay.
Well, hey, let's check.
I mean, it might be cheap.
Yeah, it's probably like 50 cents.
Like $10 or $5. Yeah. I don't know. Watch it be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been banned by the government.
Yeah, the government doesn't want anybody finding out about the teeth.
$1. 1996.
$1. Jesus, is that the
$1.55? Yep, that's
I thought it came out before 1996, didn't it?
Well, I don't know, because VHS was, the Bond movies were a fortune. Movies first came out too, but you would think it would be earlier than this, right?
Well, they were expensive. Well,
yeah, when did DVDs get really?
That's probably the sale one. It came out and video stores had it for the ridiculous, $80 if you wanted to buy it. So it was rental.
Yeah.
And then they came out. That's what used to happen back then with VHSs. For example, when Star Trek, the motion picture came out, it wasn't that long before that we got our VCR. And I had to have it, and it was like $80 freaking bucks, but it was like a birthday present. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And just like Battlestar Galactica. A movie, if you wanted to buy a movie on VHS, which are basically for rental stores, it was $80 for any of them. Any movie, ever, all of them.
Yep.
When a movie would come out and we couldn't afford the most out of it, we would just make sure we were the first one able to rent it, and we would go copy it. Because if you could copy, what you could do, see, they used to take this little tab off of the VHS. So that was their idea of a copy guard. Some things come with copy guards. Some things they just take that tab off so you can't copy it. But all you've got to do is put a piece of tape over it to copy it. Remember that?
Yep. But then they added a copy protection feature if you
They
try to
did,
go
but I
for.
had a friend with a copy card eliminator.
Yeah, you'd have to have a special machine. Yeah, actually, it was because I was trying to copy my Star Wars VHS to DVD.
Yep.
And my brother-in-law does
Copy
film
guard.
commercials, and a copy guard and was shaking. So it was actually, he's like, it's easier to copy the DVD with all the software. Yeah, you had to have a special machine. Yeah, so your friend had that to take out the copy guard. Yeah. So let's see
Yep.
what if they have media here. Usually they have a listing for.
By the way,
release.
I got the tag thing wrong. That was for when you don't want anyone to record over anything.
Yeah, you pop that. Yeah, it's like
I
my
wasn't
sister would always record over my shows, and
take that tab off.
yeah, I'm like, where's my Star Trek Next Generation? Why are the Smurfs on here? So I'm trying to see what. That's weird. They don't usually. A lot of times they'll list like when it came out on VHS or on home media. Let's see.
Phantom says it was a 2000 DVD release.
Yeah, when did DVDs get real popular?
Well, I got my first DVD player in 1997. I think the first movie I bought was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it was expensive, and there weren't not everything. Obviously, a lot of things weren't on DVD at that point yet.
Yeah, it was very rare. Yeah, it was really rare.
I had a halfway decent job then, and I'd buy that thing and it was a big deal, back then. But yeah, I guess 97 was. I'm not saying I don't know exactly when they first came out. That's when I first got one.
Well, they're saying 83 was the first version.
Okay, it was probably for rental. It was probably expensive.
Yeah, because my
my
first DVD player was actually I had a computer, and I bought a DVD player. Actually, the first CD player I had in my computer cost me $600. You had to buy a Sound Blaster special sound card that interfaced with a special SCSI CD-ROM or CD actually, and it was $600. I still have it because I couldn't throw the goddamn thing out because it was so expensive. Even though it's worthless now, it's or maybe it's worth something now if I had the original box. But I remember buying it from Egghead Computers. If any geeks are out there, remember Egghead Computers, and it was kind of like a CompUSA store. Of course, that salesman was happy every time he saw me walk through the door. And then I eventually bought a DVD player for my computer years later. And the first movie I ever rented was Robocop. So I had the VHS and I had the DVD. I'm like, well, let's see if, this is really a lot better. I'm like, oh, wow, this is so much better. Of course, you're watching it on like a 15-inch CRT back then. But yeah, so 83, 93 was the Laserdisc, 95, DVD 98. Wow, they had a 98 Laserdisc still.
Well, those can't lie because they didn't have the technology to do that kind of crap.
Yeah.
This was done when they cleaned it up. I remember a number of years ago, I can't remember seeing something on one of the premium channels when I had them for a while. Little documentary about cleaning up the Bond films for DVD or something.
Yep. Yeah, so
and some jackass may have taken them out by accident.
Yeah, so 2008, and then 2008 was the first Blu-ray.
I can't imagine it being any kind of big decision. It's like some jerk off saying, "Well, that's like stupid braces," because he's an idiot didn't watch the freaking movie. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I almost could see that happening. Some jackass who probably thought it was a stupid movie, thought it was goofy, saying this is kind of stuff. Because Lewis Gilbert was alive, but he was pretty old. He probably he was not involved. I don't know who was involved in this, the Broccolis or whatever. And someone's going, well, just take that shit out. You're confused. And it might not have been, they might have taken them out of both scenes. Who knows?
That's crazy. Well, someone will tell us. I guess your friend buddy will tell us. But that's just mind blowing now that yeah, I guess they're not showing much here. They're just showing what's on the 2-disc edition. Yeah, different. But that's just crazy. My mind is blown.
It's nuts, man. Well, it's cheap anyway. My least favorite Bond henchman, Francisco Scaramanga's midget. Didn't like a tattoo, huh? Oliver. Yeah, it was right before he became Tattoo. Yeah. But Christopher Lee's kind of cool in that one. The Man with the Golden. That's one of the goofiest of the songs.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, we have Brett Eklund though. Woo!
So I feel like we got to ask Cardinal Sin too, because he always does all those conspiracy things. And what's his show that he does too? We'll
Yes.
see what see what he says. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, I gotta.
Oh my goodness.
It was the Illuminati that did it.
That's right. Well, we're gonna get in trouble for you saying that.
I don't know.
He meant the Illuminati, folks.
The Illuminati. Yeah. I'm gonna.
I can hear YouTube demonetizing me now. I'm going, somebody said you Illuminati.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them. You know, there was something. We did a show last Clobby's Clubhouse the other night. I think I told you about they limited the ads things.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did we talk about? We didn't do anything that bad.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So
I mean, it's just crap. I don't know.
Well, actually, Loki, one of his band of brothers, the first one, got partially demonetized too, and he asked for a manual review, and they pulled it. So, I mean, they pulled the demonetization.
So I'm afraid to ask for a manual review. What will happen if you do that? I guess
they'll just uphold, either they'll uphold it or. Must have been Raquel. She swears all the time on stream. So.
Does she? Yeah, we're blaming you, Raquel. No, okay, love you, Raquel. But no, we don't cuss that much.
No, I don't.
We're
talking about the character.
Go ahead.
Well, I say we were talking about a certain Saturday morning character who had a certain power and was kind of cute, but whose name unfortunately was taken over by another group. So maybe that was the mention of that character's name.
Was she talking about
the power of
that member thing? Saying a certain member the other night. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Okay, I'm not going to bother contesting them. But Friday Night Tights had their show last week was demonetized, which was, I mean, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. The stuff with the Kurt Metzger and the Kyle Dunnigan or whatever. But a certain other guy whose name I will not even mention on here, on a few weeks ago, that didn't get demonetized yet.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah.
Bet Gary and Doomcock, Mexican Iron Man, Midnight's Edge will say something. Say Dolly had braces. Yeah, we should all ask. They're doing our great friends Loki and Latino Slant and Echo Base and all those great people are doing a Band of Brothers special. The great Pat S's have organized them all, and they're watching that show, and they're doing 5 this week and then 5 the next week. All the 10 shows of it. And the next big epic like that from all our channels is going to be about the braces controversy.
Yeah, we got to get together, have a braces panel.
We call it Band of Braces.
Band of Braces.
But yeah, that is a worthy thing they are doing, by the way, everyone. If you'd all go check that out.
Yeah, I'll be actually on Paulie's panel tomorrow night at I think it's 9 Eastern.
Oh, right.
No, sorry, not 9. Sorry, 7. I'll tweet it out, but I think it was, or maybe 7 Eastern. I'm not sure what the time, or was it 8 Eastern?
Oh no,
I give it a range. But then I'll head on to. We might have to, if you want to make the Clobby's corner a little bit, till 10 Eastern. That might be better. I'll find out what time. Yeah,
I've already moved. By the way, I've already moved that to 10 Eastern.
You already did. Okay. I wasn't sure if you're going to 9 Eastern. So,
well, let's see. I started my DVD collection in the mid-90s. Okay, I would buy the used rentals when they went on sale. Says L.R. Harrison, and buy one get one free, and I'm up to, wow,
1,000. Yeah,
1,000 movies. Wow, that's amazing.
Nice, yeah.
Well, we will. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, if you go to thrift stores are great too. I was just at the local thrift shop. I got to do a video, and then that's what I was showing. I got the Star Wars 4 CD collection, and I got Blade for $1 on Blu-ray. So if you go to, because a lot of people don't want media now. I mean, my kids, everything's on. They watch everything on their phone, which drives me crazy. My son was watching, of course, Game of Thrones self-destructed, but at the time he was watching Game of Thrones on his phone. And I took his phone away from him. I made him put it on his TV in his room. So you're not watching Game of Thrones on a 5-inch screen. I mean, when he's like, I'm too lazy to get up to turn the TV on. I'm like, you have a remote control. Oh, was a rant, but yeah,
That's crazy.
But they don't care about.
That's a bad way to watch stuff.
But they don't care about, I mean, I don't want to say everyone, but most of my buddies, my son's buddies, it's like they've never bought a record album or a CD or a tape or a movie. They just stream everything and they rent it. I mean, there's a few kids, like my daughter was buying some albums, but like 5 or 10, and her boyfriend has a few things, but it's more of a niche collector's item now, unfortunately. So that's why I'm worried that all these, the hard copies will go away. Like, saw what they did with Splash. They gave Daryl Hannah a hairy butt, because they wanted to cover, that scene from Splash. So Disney went in on the streaming service, like
right.
we're talking about now with the braces, and they made her hair really long. So it looks totally ridiculous because God forbid they showed, some buttocks.
Of course,
as Forrest Gump would say, but that's what happens. They could just change the whole, change the movie, or take scenes out, or take things out on a streaming service, and then it's gone forever. And somehow some government agency went in and removed all the scenes with Dolly with braces on us. That was impressive.
That's not going to stand. We're not going to allow this to stand. So, yes, Oliver, I loved Lois Maxwell as well. Well, folks, I thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight. And I want to special thanks not only to my great buddy, the great Bark D with the C, but to the great Stuart Mitchell for putting us onto a fun topic there.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, I like that.
And I'm not going to sleep tonight. So
thanks for starting a war, Stuart.
Yeah. And Eric K, we hope you're feeling better. It's great to see you in the chat. Yeah.
Removing the braces was braces. Good one.
Yeah, that's a good one, Stuart.
Okay, well, show notes, everyone. Tomorrow night, of course, it will be, actually tomorrow in the afternoon, before that, I should say, in the afternoon, the Global Geek Gang shall gather, and we will do geek gangy stuff, that's for sure.
Yep.
And then tomorrow night, Clobberin Clubhouse with Raquel and Mark. We will talk about stuff and things.
And braces.
Of course, and braces. And of course, everyone remember Clobby's, that's the wrong one. Just in general, Clobby's Comics Corner Spin Rack Time Machine video. New one dropped today, and tomorrow the Clobby's Quick Bits follow-up video is scheduled to drop tomorrow. So, again, I appreciate you all have been watching those, having fun doing them. Where are we? And, of course, Saturday night Star Trek, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as always, this Saturday night with the wonderful Raquel Briggs. And I want to thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. Alaric Harrison, thank you for being here. The lovely Sherry was here earlier. Sherry, thank you for being here with us. Eric K, dude, brother, hope you're feeling better, bud. Thanks for being here. It's great to see you, man. Stuart Mitchell, thank you again. We appreciate that. Thank you. The great Phantom Outsider, as always, bro. D-Bud Martin, I think D-Bud may have had to run. Canadian Spidey, good to see you, bro. Oliver Belmonte, thank you for your participation. Like I say, I had no topic tonight. That's what the open show's about. And because I was on with the great Paulie at Latino Slant, it got me in a Bond talking mood. And we talked a lot of Bond. And I always like talking some James Bond. So I appreciate it. Matthew Pounder, thank you. Who else was here? Sir John was here. I think Crazy Junior was here earlier. The wonderful Janet from Another Planet was here. Love you, Janet. Good to see you. Let's see. Kal-El was here, buddy. Always a pleasure. Just kind of checking to see if I missed anybody. And yes, all hail Raquel. Absolutely, Stuart. So thank you all again, and thank you, Mark. Dude, it was fun. I appreciate you.
Yep,
appreciate you helping with that.
Yeah, I just had to pop on. I'm like, this is driving me crazy.
No, yeah. Me too, man. We will win this war.
Yeah.
So, good night, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Hope you can join us for the Global Geek Gang tomorrow and Claudia's Clubhouse tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.